Listen closely because there is a particular kind of lady who is more difficult to decipher than anyone else. She isn't being frosty or bored. Actually, it is quite the opposite. Her desire for you is so powerful that it genuinely frightens her. Because of that profound anxiety, she is doing everything she can to mask it, to push you away, and to convince both you and herself that she has no interest. But here is the strange reality. The more she craves your presence, the more aggressive she might behave, the more distant she seems, the more space she is intentionally creating. I realize that sounds irrational. Most men hear this and assume it makes no sense. If she truly likes me, why would she drive me away? Stay with me because what I am about to explain will fundamentally change how you view her actions forever. I am going to teach you exactly how to recognize when a woman is actively battling her attraction to you, the quiet behaviors that always betray her. And I will reveal that one counterintuitive action she takes that 99% of men totally misinterpret, leading them to walk away from a woman who actually wanted them immensely. Once you truly grasp this, you will understand why intense longing scares her. You will stop second-guessing every minor detail. You will move past feeling baffled and start recognizing the truth hidden behind those confusing signals. This is not about psychological games. It is about grasping female psychology on a level most men never reach. By the conclusion of this, you will find the secret psychological trigger that makes a woman finally stop fighting her heart and openly confess what she has been hiding. First, we must discuss why these powerful emotions scare her more than you might realize. Be warned, the actual reason she is resisting so hard might make you feel a bit uneasy. It is a reason that has nothing to do with you as an individual. Imagine this. She laughs at every single thing you say, but then suddenly stops speaking to you for days. She shares deep personal stories one moment, then acts like you are just a stranger the next. She gazes at you intensely when she thinks you aren't looking, but avoids your eyes the moment you notice. You have likely told yourself she isn't interested, that you are overthinking it, or that you should just forget her. Here is the reality of what is happening in her mind. It will sound wild at first. She likes you so much that her mind is essentially viewing you as a threat, not a physical one, but a massive emotional risk. Why? Because of a psychological concept called hedonic reversal. It explains why the things we desire most can also be the things that frighten us the most. Think of it this way. Have you ever wanted something so much that you were almost afraid to get it? Because if you attained it and then lost it, the grief would be unbearable. That is exactly what she is feeling. The more her attraction grows, the more her internal resistance strengthens. Behavioral psychology studies show that when women develop strong feelings rapidly, they often sabotage the bond unconsciously. It isn't because they don't want you, it is because their survival instincts are taking over. Her brain is running a protective protocol. If I don't allow myself to want him, I can't get hurt. If I keep my distance, I stay safe. If I pretend I don't care, these feelings might go away. But emotions don't work like that. They don't vanish just because you ignore them. They grow more intense. Eventually, they start showing in ways she cannot control. That is when the signs appear, the small cracks in her emotional shield where her guard drops just long enough for you to see the truth. There is one specific sign that is so startling that most men view it as the exact opposite of its true meaning. I will explain that shortly, but first, you need the basics. If she is fighting her feelings, what should you look for? Here are the signs, and trust me, the third one will surprise you. Before we continue, do me a quick favor. Click the like button right now because the information in sign number 3 is so unexpected you might think I am making it up. But once you see it, you will never misread a signal again. The first sign is often the most ignored. She is incredibly inconsistent with her attention, but there is a clear logic to that inconsistency. One day she is writing long messages and laughing at your jokes. The next day there is total silence or one-word replies. This isn't her being flighty, it is an internal war. Every time she feels too close, her fear triggers a withdrawal. Watch the timing. Does she pull away every time you have a deep conversation or a moment that feels too real? That is her emotional alarm going off. The better the connection feels to her, the faster she might retreat afterward. If you had a perfect date and she goes cold for 3 days, she isn't rejecting you. She is panicking because of how much she enjoyed it. She always comes back, though, because she can't stay away forever. Next, watch her body language. The raw truth lives here. She might fidget, play with her hair, or constantly adjust her posture. Her body is torn between wanting to be near you and needing to protect itself. She might stand close 1 second and step away the next. One specific gesture is a total giveaway. If she touches her neck or collarbone while speaking to you, she is showing subconscious vulnerability. It is an exposed area, and touching it means she feels emotionally open around you. Another major sign, she asks about other women but disguises it as casual curiosity. She might ask if you are seeing anyone or what your type is. The key is to watch her face the moment you answer. If her expression shifts for even half a second when you mention another woman, that micro-expression is jealousy. She is trying to see if it is safe to feel what she feels or if there is real competition. Underneath the question, she is really saying, "I care much more than I want to admit." Now for sign number 3, which sounds backward. She gets meaner the more she likes you. I don't mean actual abuse, but rather increased teasing, sarcasm, or playful insults. This is a defense mechanism called reaction formation. When someone feels something too intensely, they express the opposite. She will tease you relentlessly, act like nothing you do is impressive, or roll her eyes. The sharper the comments, the harder she is fighting her true feelings. Creating distance through humor feels safer than admitting she is vulnerable. But watch what happens when you are vulnerable first. When you share something deep, her tone will shift. The sarcasm disappears, and you see the warmth she has been hiding. That shift is the real her. Another sign, she remembers everything. Every tiny detail from a story you told weeks ago or a food you mentioned you dislike. When we are attracted to someone, our brains are flooded with dopamine, making memories stick. She isn't trying to memorize you. Her brain is doing it automatically because you matter. Finally, she is visibly nervous around you in a way she isn't with others. You might see her confident with friends, but with you, there is an electric tension. Watch her hands. Does she touch her face more? Does she adjust her clothes? This is raw attraction she is trying to manage. If she subconsciously mirrors your movements but then catches herself and pulls back, her body is betraying her mind's resistance. So, what do you do when she is fighting her feelings? Most men make the fatal mistake of either pushing too hard for answers or giving up entirely. If you demand clarity or confess your feelings now, you will trigger her defense mechanism so hard she might vanish. You cannot use logic to make her admit she likes you. Conversely, you can't just walk away and hope she figures it out, because she will just convince herself she was right to keep her guard up. The strategy that works is creating psychological safety. Be consistently steady when she is inconsistent. Don't mirror her hot and cold energy. Stay grounded and calm. Show her you aren't going anywhere, but also that you aren't desperate. This proves her fears are wrong and that it might be safe to let you in. Give her space to breathe, then reappear with actual value, a funny story or something that made you think of her. Don't pressure her with "what are we?" questions. Be vulnerable first, but do it strategically. Share a goal or a fear that shows depth and strength. When she sees that vulnerability isn't weakness, she will feel safe enough to be open too. Also, do not react emotionally to her tests. She will pull back or mention other guys to see if you get needy or jealous. Pass the test by staying unfazed. When she sees you don't need her validation to feel worthy, the power dynamic shifts, and she begins to fear losing you. The final piece is to live your life fully. When she sees you building your own world and thriving without waiting for her, her fear of losing you becomes stronger than her fear of getting close. That is when she stops fighting. The psychological trigger that ends the struggle is loss aversion. We are wired to fear losing what we have more than we want to gain something new. If she thinks you will wait forever, she can fight her feelings indefinitely. But the second she realizes you are genuinely moving forward with your life, her brain flips a switch, words to say when she finally admits the truth. You won't want to miss that.